Hi guys, this is Richard with another video. The next few seconds are going to seem a little bit strange and a little bit abstract, but just bear with me, I will explain everything. However, this next bit is specifically for canyon cycles.
Okay.
Yep. You go central. It's that one point central. Alright guys, so what you've just seen and heard was a video that I've specifically done for canyon cycles, which they requested, because I've actually got a small issue with the Neuron On. Call this my next in line for the kind of mini vlog that I've said I'm going to be doing. So this is the third update. We're actually on day 8 since receiving the bike. And the reason I'm doing this is because there is an issue with the rear linkage with either a loose pivot or something is going on there where I'm getting some movement and some knocking. And it's quite loud, as you heard in the previous section. Let's zoom in on it and I'll show you a little bit what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so I'm zoomed right in here on the inside of this bike yoke and rocker linkage. So if you can see, I'm actually pointing at the drive side just here. And when I first got the bike, I had some movement around this kind of rear end. So I torqued up all of these screws. You can actually see I've over torqued this one in an effort to resolve the noise and movement. So I've actually partially stripped it. You're going to replace that for me. But even though that initially seemed to solve the issue, and I had a few decent rides on it, it's come back, and it's come back with a vengeance, and I cannot torque any of these screws up anymore. So the noise I've identified is coming from this pivot point right here. And from the research that I've done, I think that this is not actually a bearing pivot. I think it's basically a bushing or a collet type pivot. All these other ones are actually bearings. And it appears to me, at least, that there is some movement or manufacturing defect in this pivot just here. Either the pin is too small or the sleeve is missized, but there's definitely substantial movement coming from this pivot, which is causing a knocking when the kind of wheel is moving laterally, and also a knocking when the suspension is kind of coming up. Obviously on such an expensive bike you don't expect this, so I have raised it with Canyon, who have requested the video that you've just seen, and I'm guessing the next phase of getting this resolved is getting the bike down to the UK service centre so they can actually look at it and resolve the issue for me. I'll post an update how this warranty issue is going on. I'll give you my feedback on what I think the process has been like dealing with Canyon from a warranty point of view. But for now, if you are taking delivery of one of these bikes, the Neuron On for 2020, just beware and carefully check that rear linkage, because for all we know, it could easily be kind of a batch defect or a known fault on this frame design. Hope not, and I hope it's going to be easily resolvable, but I'll keep you guys updated. If you have liked this content, even though it's got a negative element to it, please drop me a like, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for future notifications, and look out for the updates following on from this video, and we'll see how Canyon perform in this instance. Right guys, I'm going to leave this there and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.